chocolate. I was looking for chocolate. Please, can I have it?
struggle. No, it's mine. What's happening, y'all? We live. Man, we got a bucket full of Halloween candy up in the other room. It's just random Halloween candy, and look what I found. Pink Starbursts. It's a sign of good luck. We're about to have a good show. Turn this camera around. She got the fun dip. I got some things. Fat's got a haircut. You hear me?
What do you have?
They say Jay still look like a...
I look like a sister rerun.
Yep.
Which is a beautiful thing.
She looked like she was an intern at Flavor Magazine. On Living Single. Yep. Ashleigh Branch is in the building. This superstar dude right here. Or can I you know what I was going to put your business out there and tell everybody your great news. Oh, what up, D? Hey, D.
Baby D?
No, not Baby D. D the baby. D Andra. What's happening, D? On the radio. I want to shout out local brands, but shout out Bryan first. What up, Bryan? What's up? How you feeling?
Okay. Go on the radio.
Time to go live? Y'all put your phones on silent.
What?
What's up, New Orleans? This is DC Paul,
That's my
host
voice.
of TheMisbelief, a new playback comedy show on WBOK where we highlight all the dynamic
Gonna
art,
go live, y'all.
talented creators, and the amazing events in your city, all the while trying to make you
Cheers to the
laugh till your
weekend.
tracks start showing. I ain't lying. Check me out Saturday nights from 7 to 9, starting February 18th on WBOK AM 1230.
You're so nice.
Hello, this is Walter Kemperow, president of Dillon University, and you're listening to WBOK 1230 AM, where it's real talk, real time.
Oh, that's my intro music. Shout out to the DJ. Oh, I miss Mastermind so much. I said, what? I said, what's happening? I said, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? Welcome to the Misbelief radio show live on WBOK AM 1230. This is a show where we highlight the beautiful city of New Orleans through the eyes of some black millennials. Black creative millennials at that. I'm DC Paul, the millennial Arsenio, slim waist, babyface, deep voice, #1 choice, and the hardest working man in local show business. Yes, I said it because it's true. Dispute me. And as always, I like to keep a colorful cast of creative, cool kids cruising right along with me as my co-host. I also like alliteration. Who's this to my right?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun.
All
Issa
right.
Rae voice.
That was your Issa
Yeah.
Rae voice. I didn't catch it. But shout out to Oshun. And who's this to my left?
This is that actor guy, Martin Batts, Bradford. Yeah.
He trying to have a deep voice competition with me. I feel like every week his voice get deeper, and he don't even do the things I do to my voice to make it deep. But anyway.
Wait, what?
Who knows?
What does that mean?
I don't even want to know. Never
Don't
mind.
ask. But who's that to the left of Martin?
Hey, y'all. It's Jay Still keeping it real.
What's happening, Jay Steele?
What's poppin'?
I ain't never seen nobody tie a sweater up in the front.
Yeah, man. I
You
gotta
are,
keep it
you are
jazzy.
jazzy.
Mm-hmm.
Real jazzy. The bombshell Jay Steele keeping it real. And
Sweater
what it is in the
crowd.
booth, you heard me? What up, Mastermind? So happy to have you back, man. I know I said that last week, but it carried over. It carried over. I swear to God, we missed you so much. Man, so we got a pretty good show for you guys. It's the show right before Halloween, so we in this thing eating candy. I'm in costume. I got this members only jacket on.
Me and DC are in costume. You know.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't have no real Halloween plans though. We was talking about how last Halloween, myself, our musical guest, Love 504, aka Kurt Bush, and Alpha Man Joe. We all went and hopped the gate by the abandoned Navy base in the 9th Ward, and we went on Facebook Live and got lost on the way out. We lost battery service, and we didn't have a flashlight at some point, and it was an actual Halloween adventure. Because we never did the trick or treating thing, so we were thinking about alternative Halloween things for adults to do, and I don't mean like adult Halloween stuff. So I feel like when it comes to adults and Halloween, you just find some kind of way to be a sexy something.
Wait. You said you never did the trick-or-treating thing with that.
No, our parents, they were, at the time, super Christian and didn't allow us to celebrate Halloween. So we would go to Hallelujah Night. That's what it was called, Hallelujah Night. At some places it was called. And they would, at Hallelujah Night, they would encourage clean.
Y'all dress up like
costumes.
Jesus or something?
They would encourage those types of costumes.
They would encourage Jesus costumes?
We could go from station to station and like maybe answer a Bible trivia thing or sing a song, and then they would give you candy.
So I dress up like Judas.
Oh,
no, it's not a bad idea.
I mean, Mark,
this is Halloween.
I mean, dog, because people be devils and witches and all this evil stuff out for Halloween. Well, I mean, let's go be Herod or be Judas.
But here's the thing.
Go be somebody bad.
Adults who are dressing up, what are y'all doing? Where y'all going?
Frenchmen.
Frenchmen, okay.
That's
Are
what
there any alternative adult Halloween things?
Well, Frenchman Bourbon Street, there's also this thing you can do. I forgot the website, but you can Google and do your own haunted tour and guide yourself around different parts of the French Quarter. I actually plan on doing it at some point.
I can give you a really good haunted tour you can go on. Nola tours from our own Malik Bartholomew, and if you want to know,
that is another
he knows the real history. He can take you to some places you didn't even know was haunted.
Yep.
So hit up Malik with Nola tours.
Like his bedroom. But I get my
I
bell.
didn't even hear what's better. No, but so we were thinking about this year going to Lincoln Beach, which we may have to hop a gate or something. Yeah, and then
Dude, why you keep on telling people where you gonna be hopping gates at, dog? They supposed
I
to
think I
know.
want more people to come this year. I think it'll be fun. And then when we get to Lincoln Beach, we can all park our cars and maybe play some music. You know, just have a adult Halloween thing. Really, because it'll be what? Okay, we can do that anytime though. You know.
Wait.
Yep.
That's Colette's?
Me and no, that's not
Colette's.
Wrong escape room.
Wrong escape room.
Wrong one.
Me and Oshun did one of those with some friends.
Yeah, a while back.
Called Clou Carre.
That was fun.
And it was definitely scary. That was
I
something you
love
could do any time of the year, you know. But I mean, like in keeping with the night of Halloween and just wanting to scare yourself, I want to do something like that. And if Lincoln Beach ain't scary enough, I'm gonna go somewhere in the night ward and find a house that ain't nobody been in a long time, and we're just gonna go Facebook Live in that thing. We're gonna have to. I want to be scared, genuinely.
DC gonna run into a bunch of meth heads in one of these
Yep.
spots, and he gonna go in the bar water somewhere.
Or I want to possibly get a staph infection. Like that's pretty scary, right? I want to breathe in some mold spores.
I mean, if you want to do that, you might as well go to Six Flags.
But, okay, I don't want to possibly get eaten by
I was about to
alligators
say,
and
wild
snakes
boars.
things.
Boars.
I don't want to be that scared.
I know from someone that place is full of like drug addicts and boars and alligators and.
What kind of people?
Imagine you list the drug addicts with those wild boars and alligators. Wow. Okay. Well, you know, if you got some kind of Halloween plan for this year, hit us up at 504-260-9265. I want to know what adults are doing this Halloween.
They taking their children trick-or-treating.
Hold on now.
Nope.
No, that's
I've
haunted
never
house?
been. No, I know people that have gone. Everybody I know, all my close people.
Is it legit scary? Is it legit scary? Is it something to do? I don't want pre-planned scariness. I don't want actors in costumes.
Don't they get physical?
My dog said
I
pre-planned
don't want that.
You want somebody to jump up with a gun and be like, where your money
I
at?
want to not know what's finna
That's what
happen.
you want,
Like,
you're not.
I want,
DC
just
or one
like
of these-
last year. Listen, if y'all would have came with us last year, that was a genuine Halloween adventure going in that thing. Like, anything could have happened.
DC like one of them sex addicts, like that. I'm saying he like one of them cats that like role play, like he'll be like, you know what, just come from behind and take it from me. He want someone to set up. So no, I don't mean sex. No. I don't mean sex. I don't mean sexually.
In no way. I want you to ever.
No, I don't mean sexually. I'm saying, dog, you know how some people be talking about I'm into role playing and I want you to surprise me, etc., etc. That's what you sound like. What you
Who's
saying?
into that?
It sounds so dirty.
This is on TV. You can catch this on TV whenever they make fun of it.
Because Ashleigh Branch from Black Girl Giggles in the studio, she's like, we're gonna talk to her a little bit later, man. Call us, let us know what you into this Halloween. Okay, let us know what you into. But what's happening this Halloween? I want to switch subjects 1 second. Mudslinging in the campaign. Man, so it's gotten to that point with our local election because if you're unfamiliar, if you're watching on the Facebook Live, you're not in New Orleans, we have a runoff for the mayor of New Orleans and between two black female candidates, and it has recently come out that okay, so we can't. I don't like using. I like metaphors more than details. Okay. So what came out? So first of all, we decided that we liked LaToya Cantrell's potato salad. Or we would probably want to taste it more than we want to taste the other potato salad, right?
Right.
So it came out that she possibly was selling food stamps to get the ingredients to make said potato salad that we was gonna taste. Does that make you not want to taste that potato salad, Mastermind? It makes you want to taste it even more. Okay, well I don't know about. So I'm not so turned on by some food stamps, but I mean that just mean that you hustled to get it, and you came out with a good potato salad.
I have a question.
What? Please use the metaphor as best as possible.
When said food stamps was being sold, was it even for even dollars, or was we coming back off the skimming of the top?
See,
was it 1 for $5?
The thing when selling food stamps, you can't. It's not an even trade. I don't think it's even trade.
I'm saying on some real, like, okay, like DC, like if I say let me borrow some food stamps, I'll pay you back, and then I paid you back. You'll respect me as a person. That you'll be like, you know what, you real people, you pay me back.
Correct.
Now, according to this situation, it sounds like Tia Cantrell paid it back. So if anything, that's showing me a measure of character. That lets me know that if I've loaned her some food stamps, I know she gon' pay it back. Now, I don't know about that other lady. She looked like she wouldn't even loan me no food stamps in the first place.
She looked like she don't even know where to get food stamps from.
Exactly.
Food stamp?
And I feel like...
She looked like her potato salad chunky, and I don't want it.
Her potato salad comes from Whole Foods.
And I don't want that.
Slander. That's slander. Okay, that's slanderous.
Sorry.
That's absolutely slanderous. You said about that lady. You ain't know her like that. Wow.
She looked like she make her potato salad in the kitchen sinking. I don't want it.
Oh no. Slander. But shout out to
the misbelief misses and sending shots.
We got a really good show for you guys this week. So as I mentioned earlier, Ashleigh Branch from Black Girl Giggles is here to tell us about a show they got coming up at the Always Lounge next Thursday. Black Girl Giggles is such a talented and intriguing group here in the city. If the name don't already give it away, it's all black female funny women, and they are doing their thing here. Also, Love 504, the recording artist who we've mentioned so many times on this show. We've played his song, talked about him as an actor, as a photographer. He'll be here to perform for the Facebook Live. So if you're watching or if you're listening, you can go to my Facebook Live. My name is DC Paul. It's DC with no periods and Paul with a capital L. And my Facebook Live shows all of our behind-the-scenes antics. You could also catch that video, all of our past videos on YouTube. Search for TheMisbelief on YouTube. Be sure to follow, like, and subscribe. You can also check us out on iTunes because we're a podcast.
Yeah, man.
That's right. TheMisbelief.podbean.com. Or straight to iTunes, search TheMisbelief, all one word, and just check us out. We cool, we funny, we have a good time. So, Mastermind, what you got?
Who's that?
What you got queued up first? Oh man, this is the Black Boy Joy Anthem. I believe this is a live one at Tipitina's. Shout out to you, Mastermind, and shout out to Cool Nasty, y'all. Stay tuned to the Misbelief Radio Show and don't get nothing on you. Man, somebody gotta go downstairs and get.
Somebody's at the door.
I'm not ringing the bell because I texted saying that we were.
You, my eyes are itching. So, DC told y'all about going to these places that's abandoned. I would not, I repeat, would not. To go there.
What is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you, Oshun?
The scariest thing? I try to lead with caution. I don't know what's the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know. That's a good question.
What's the scariest thing that happened to you, Ashleigh Branch?
I had a vaginal birth. I'm sorry.
Oh, sounds hella scary, man. Hella, well, and beautiful at the same damn time.
No, I had a guy follow me for about 3 blocks.
You?
Yeah, he followed me for 3 blocks.
How tall was he?
He was not, and I'm assuming that he maybe was on something. And he kept saying, "All I want to do is talk to you. All I want to do is talk to you." And then when I clicked out and was like, "I'm gonna talk with my hands,"
Right.
he was like, "You have a good night." Right, cool.
So look, Ashleigh, on the Facebook Live, you can say whatever you want to. When we go live, you know, you can't say, you know, say it real quick.
This, that,
You
that.
can't say.
Pussy fuck asshole.
What else you got? Come on. It's more than that.
Marconium.
Marconi. Anybody want a code?
Yes.
It's not
I'll take it.
I don't know. Perineum.
Really, Ashley?
So you have no idea what word you can't say. You're just saying all the right. You could say what epidural. Was that one of the words? You never say epidural.
Pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Dick. Pussy dick asshole.
Get it out.
Pussy dick asshole. Bitch fuck your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck your mama.
In the ear.
To the Facebook Live. All right, but also come see her live on Thursday at the Oshun. She's funny as hell. She is.
And I'm not that filthy. I'm really not. That's probably why I couldn't come up with cuss
Some
words.
people like it ass.
Oh, you like an ass? Oh,
Some people like it ass.
that's the second scariest thing that ever happened to me.
I don't know who's behind me.
Welcome.
That's beautiful. What we doing a food
But
dinner, me and you?
this is what I want to do. I want to have a seance for Halloween.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm trying to conjure up angry spirits.
Oh no, not
Hey,
the
Bryan. Hey, what's happening?
Beautiful beat.
I feel like we
Beautiful
should have a
business going
seance
on.
like they did on Martin.
You wait on that picture I took of him. You know which one I'm talking about.
I'm still waiting for it.
Oh. Go ahead, Mastermind. What's the scariest thing that ever happened to him?
So what?
Black suit?
So what?
You guys, Malik. What's the scariest thing that ever happened to you?
I was in college and she missed her period.
Oh no!
That's scary. And you plan out your life literally in like a day or two. It's like, okay, I can take these classes, I can graduate early, I can get a job. Yeah. He laughed at the truth. Like, you be planning the next 5 years.
Right.
No.
Shit, the scary end, you be like, woo! All right, back to just
Back to bullshit.
Exactly.
Question 2. If you were to have a seance, who would you conjure up?
Who would I conjure up? It would have to be a direct ancestor. It really would. 'Cause I would have to just ask questions and, see. It would have to be a direct ancestor, yes. So people want to talk to Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, not. I want to talk to Mama and Papa.
Right. Can you tell me how I got this, why my longest living ancestor is of Scandinavian descent? Think somebody help me. That's what I want to find.
Actually, if I could conjure out, I would want to conjure out the person who was on the slave ship that brought us here. I would want to talk to that person.
Like the person who took us?
No, not the took us. I'm talking about my ancestor who was on the ship. I want to talk to that person. Who are you? Where do you come from? What is your name? What's your mother?
Right.
Like, I would want to have a conversation with that person.
What village we coming from?
Exactly.
Can you point me back to the chief?
Then I want to ask him about the white person that owned him so I can ask him my reparations.
And I'm going to knock on the door.
Excuse me.
Let's have a fashion moment.
Look at it. Look at it. We got
Coldest person
we got Dorothy Gold shoes with a cheetah vest with a Medea dress. Realness. Yes.
But you know what? Ain't nobody else pull that shit off. Ain't nobody else pull that shit off.
Thank you.
I don't know what
And
you
guess
got
what?
this little
This is not about Halloween, people. That is not about Halloween.
It's not. This is her life.
This is real life.
This ain't nothing Halloween about this.
Real life.
I want to
Catch your own French
I want to
man.
dress like this too, but it don't come
So
out
did
my
y'all
mouth.
give a name for the show yet? Because you know I be liking the name of the show. I'm gonna call this show Gumbo Weather.
Just come out.
Because I called my sister. I said, "Can you please unfreeze Mama Gumbo? Take it out the freezer."
Gumbo from when though?
My mama freezes gumbo and send it because she doesn't live here in New Orleans anymore, so she freezes gumbo and send it to us.
Send it in the mail?
Well, she sent, but even when we go visit her, she was like, "Take this frozen gumbo and speak it on the plane." I was like, "Damn, I'm okay."
That's a good mama.
In Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "You need to learn how to fix this."
And then, out of all the things my mama told me to cook, I have yet to make my own pot of gumbo. But you know what? I'm gonna have a Misbelief social. I'm gonna cook a pot of gumbo,
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, my mama told me. If
I wish I had my own
mother
house.
chicken.
No, I can't say it on that. But you know, I wish I had people. Yeah, some people. Never mind. Anyway, so I'm about to go back and study before Oshun beat me up. Anyway.
Thank you.
You know, my mama told me if you know how to smother chicken, you know how to make gumbo.
That's true too, because it all depends on the roux.
I never thought about that.
If you make a good roux, you good.
I make a good roux. I'm afraid, like my aunt, and this how long ago it was, like 97. She made great gumbo. The seafood went bad, and we ain't never let her live it down. Remember 97 when Joyce wants to about the gumbo?
You never forget. Never forget.
That's hard.
So I'm scared.
Okay, now here's the question. Do y'all prefer filet gumbo or do y'all prefer another kind of gumbo?
I like
okra gumbo.
I like okra.
Okra gumbo?
I'll eat both, but
I mean, if you could do it in a way that's not slimy, because there's the way that you
gotta
cook it
cook
where
that.
it's not slimy.
You
bake
I
it.
don't like the slimy.
You gotta bake
Put a
it.
little bit of vinegar on it.
My people in Edgar taught me that.
You bake it. That's what we do. We bake it, but we bake ours in the oven with. This is the. Never mind. I ain't telling y'all my mama's family secret.
Nah, you
and all
I was
that.
not on air at least.
Right. I'll tell y'all later.
Coconut oil.
Then we done with. That's the name of the band at the Carver Theater on Thursday.
Okay.
You know the band?
Yeah.
So here's the question right now before the commercial.
We don't have a lot of time.
Oh, but you about to go. So I prefer filet gumbo. I'm not a very big fan of oat gumbo.
I made nectarines with gravy by accident. I boiled them and I went to the shower and they burned. So then my...
Oh, you made a roux?
Yeah, and then I just made the roux with...
What do you need? For you?
Hold on, we're going to everybody put over here. I want the ladies to be able to speak freely.
We're fine. Just sit down.
Yeah, bear with me.
Okay, I'll just stare at them.
Hey, you guys ready?
Yes. Oh.
I put it in, baby.
Let me take my thunder. Oh, let's do this quick.
Filet gumbo or okra gumbo?
I like both, but I really like okra.
Me too.
So it's
Tell me how good my okra gumbo is. You know what I'm doing?
No, I like okra in general. Like the okra, like stewed okra, fried okra,
Oh, that's
okra
true.
gumbo. I'm into okra.
I like that okra succotash.
What?
Okra right
Oh, never mind.
10 seconds. Oh, we do taglines, so you gotta come up with a tagline on the spot when we say your name.
Oh.
And we are back. We are back, man. Welcome back to the Misbelief Radio Show. You are listening live on WBOK AM 1230 or on www.WBOK1230am.com or on the WBOK app like my mama be doing from Dallas. Or you're watching live on Facebook because we go live every week. Check my Facebook out. I'm DC Paul, DC with no periods and Paul with the capital L. Or you're listening on the podcast because you're checking us out on iTunes, or you're watching on YouTube. Because we're all over the media right now. We're trying to do what millennials do. By the way, I'm DC Paul, the millennial Arsenio, slim waist, baby face, deep voice, #1 choice. And who are my co-hosts?
That actor guy, Mr. Bats.
Hi, everybody. It's Oshun.
Jay still keeping it real.
And who that is over there in the booth? No, I guess we do know.
You know.
What was that last song you played?
That was Party by Vigorous.
Vigorous.
Champion of this.
Yeah, man, that dude, I think he work on Saturdays, but I'm going to get him, he sometimes watches the Facebook Live, but I'm going to get him on this show, man. He submitted some good quality material, and almost every episode he got a hit. So shout out to Vigorous, man. By the way, the Misbelief Radio Show only plays music by local independent artists here in New Orleans. So if you want your music played on this radio show, submit it to TheMisbelief@gmail.com, and we'll put you in a playlist as long as it's radio friendly. But I ain't even got to like it. I ain't got to like it, ain't about me. It's about you. So submit it, make sure it's clean, and we'll put you in a playlist. So this is our first interview segment here on this episode of the Misbelief Radio Show. We are here with Black Girl Giggles' own Miss Ashleigh Branch.
Oh, we got the class back.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know how to take that, but yeah, that's beautiful.
What's up, Ashley? How you doing?
I'm
You're
doing
beautiful.
Oh man,
You brought our claps
You
back.
brought our claps
Oh.
back.
Not like that, but you know.
I'm glad that we can see people clapping, so we know which kind of claps.
So, what you have a tagline for us, real quick?
I'm Ashleigh Branch. I bring the laughs. I'm the old lady in the shoe with all the kids and didn't know what to do. So, if you want to help me, I'm calling on you.
Bars. So Ashleigh, first question we ask all of our guests here on the Misbelief Radio Show. Do you know what a misbelief is?
Yeah, it's one of them little bulba things.
Okay. Do you have any?
They kind of look like an orange. Yeah, a little baby orange.
Sort of. Yep.
If you from New Orleans, a little baby orange.
You got a story about misbeliefs from your childhood or from?
When I was younger, when I was little, I would see them. I didn't know they were edible. I would pull them off the tree and stomp on them because I was a little rough and thin growing up.
Yeah. Stomping on misbeliefs though?
I mean, it was better than stomping on kids.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Right.
Agree.
Everybody got to work their aggression on some kind of way.
Right. But that sounded like, that's almost like I was stepping on plowreens when I was little. Crawfish. That almost hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I did that too.
Oh.
The crawfish when they was alive. When they were alive.
Oh my goodness. This
okay, I was bullied as a child.
The infamous Ashleigh Branch.
Y'all are listening and can't see Ashleigh. How tall are you, Ashleigh?
6'2".
6'2". I take it you were a tall child, right?
I've been this height since the 2nd grade.
Wow, and people were bullying you?
It was groups of them.
Really?
Yes.
They didn't want to be your friend?
Why? Who wants to be a friend with a cyclops?
Me, man. I had all the jokes and people were going to beat me up. I wish I had a tall, intimidating friend.
Oh.
It ain't about being intimidated, man. Tall chicks are hot.
Oh.
Straight up.
Also, Ashleigh Branch is married. How's married life? She's still hot, even though you're married.
But I say, I ain't getting that shit. I'm just saying, you talking about back in the day, friends, shoot. I love the tall girl versus, you know what I mean, just anybody. That's hot to me. That's different, Dick. So, yeah.
You've been climbing them trees and having adventures for a while, huh? That's it. Climbing that thing off. Okay, I'm sorry. We're going to bring it back to Ashleigh Branch. What part of the city you grew up in, Ashleigh?
In the East. I grew up in New Orleans East.
Me too.
Where?
You were East Beast,
Oh,
yeah. I grew up right there in Mishu.
Oh, you was out there with
Far East.
With the Vietnamese.
I thought you were going to say the G word. You know the G word.
Oh.
You know the G word?
I know the G word.
But don't say it.
I can't.
You are a comedian here on the scene in New Orleans. I see you often. How long have you been doing comedy, though?
On and off for about 2 years, but I recently just started being able to be a little bit more consistent with it since I believe I can't have no more kids. But every time I say that, God be like, "Yeah, let me fix your right. Let me see what you thinking about."
Tell people how many kids you got.
Too many. I have 3. I have all girls, and the oldest is 5.
They're cute. I called them ragamuffins earlier, but they're cute, and from what I remember, pretty well behaved. At least round people. I ain't with them.
I mean, if you put the fear of God in them, or I have big hands.
You do? Okay, wow.
Mommy gives good hugs. Huh?
That's what's up. So you've been doing comedy about 2 years. Lately, you've been on it more regularly, right?
Right. Yeah.
And Black Girl Giggles.
Man, that is an amazing
genius.
I can't take any credit for it. Whenever we do something, it's like Ashleigh's a co-founder. Listen, I can't even think. I'm sorry, ladies. I can't think. Geneva Joy, Camille Roan, Brianna.
Brown Augustus.
Those ladies, they put something together. I mean, I was part of it, but the idea originally was between Geneva Joy and Camille. And it was brought about because you'll go to an open mic, you'll go to a show, and 9 times out of 10, you'll be the only black somebody. Or 9 times out of 10, you'll be the only female somebody. And from there, it gets narrower and narrower. Like, you know, you be the only queer somebody. And I'm not queer, but like when you in a space and like nobody kind of look like you, you have a little bit of discomfort. But I mean, you know, there are other funny women out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the comedy is different. The perspective is different. Like, you know, the majority white male comedian, they're gonna talk about the same thing. Because that's their experience. It's not saying that they lame or nothing like that, but that's just their experience. Whereas, you know, Camille come from a place of, you know, being queer and being like a woke black chick, but she talks like this. Oh my God. Ashleigh, I love you. And Geneva's not...
Her experience, man.
Her experience
She's so
is
relatable.
But she's so, like, traveled and well-versed. And, like, her mind is, like, is deeper than what she gives you a lot of the time.
Say that about Geneva Joy, yeah.
And, like, her comedy is, like, it's deep, but it's funny and it's relatable.
She's my favorite comedian in the city.
Yeah, she's great. I hate going behind her.
Yeah, I'm just going to put her at the end.
Hate going behind her.
She's amazing.
She's amazing, and she pushes everybody. Like, we're a group of women. We push each other. We love each other. And, you know, they let me bring my kids to the meetings. So.
Man, when I first started doing comedy, and, you know, most comedians do start doing the open mic scene, I can't think of any black female I would see consistently, or sometimes even ever at some of these shows. And then Geneva showed up from Philadelphia, and then like some of y'all I would see sporadically, but I feel like when she got with Camille, she really like rounded y'all up, you know. And then Essence Fest last year.
Wow.
Ain't that when that's when y'all like the takeover, right?
Man, we stepped out and it was crazy because it was like you expected like the crowds you usually see. You know, they here or there, 20 people, 30 people. Then it was packed. Every show was packed. It was hot.
So what y'all did last year for Essence Fest was, so there's a weekly, in the city there's an open mic and or a book show every night of the week.
Right.
And the week of Essence Fest, of course, there's so many black women in the city, so Black Girl Giggles had the idea to not even plan their own shows. Take over each of these shows that are already happening every week and make it a Black Girl Giggles show that features, was it all black female comedians?
All black female.
You didn't have so the open mics weren't open mics, it was just...
Well, what we did with the open mics was we were trying not to be so super exclusive because, you know, the world we live in, you can't be exclusive. So what we did was we put all the you know, black female comedians up first, and then we put the
open mics after that.
After that, and then we closed it with one of us.
Nice. So
sandwich.
Nice. It's like I like my sandwich toasted on both sides. You heard me? But yeah, that's an awesome idea. Awesome idea and a great way for that to be y'all's first festival, so to speak, right? To put your name, your stamp on the city. Shout out to y'all and what y'all are doing, because you've had shows pretty consistently since then. Yeah. Right? You got one coming up?
Yeah, we got one coming up. November the 2nd is Thursdays at Always Lounge.
Always Lounge. What's that address?
Somewhere St. Clair Avenue. Because I don't be knowing. I know how to get that over.
I'll find it. Go ahead.
But I'm headlining.
What? How much time you getting?
20 minutes.
Ooh,
that's a set.
That's a TV show episode.
Wait, but hold on. Like when they asked me, I was like, you know how you gotta clutch your pearls and close up your house coat. Like, oh Jesus Lord.
20 minutes.
Lord, hold my funny Jesus.
What time that show start?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, and that's 2240 St. Clair Avenue, 9 o'clock. Black Girl Giggles presents Ashleigh Banks. I'll call you Ashleigh Banks. Ashleigh Branch.
I wish I was Ashleigh Banks. My dad had some money.
But then it's not just you on that show, right? It's let me jot these names real quick since I find this flag. Who else? I know Geneva, Eritrea.
Mitra,
Camille.
Brian.
What's his name? Brian.
Listen, I can't remember my own kids' names a long time. You talking about remember these other people's names?
Oh, there's Geneva Joy, Mystic Trinae, Brianna Augustus, Brian Bagneris, and Eritrea Pitts. This Thursday at the Always Lounge. Food at 7 p.m.?
Well, you know, we cooks.
Yeah, I've had Brian's red beans. I'll vouch for him. Brian made red beans, my potluck. Geneva, I trust whatever she do in the kitchen. I just do.
That's why it make me mad. Like, you should be like, I don't know why I'm single. You feeding people. Hell, I'll go with you, baby.
It's like that.
It's like that.
Yeah, and that event is hosted by Camille Roan and Sierra Fitzgerald. That's gonna be a nice time.
It's gonna be fun. It's always fun. It's dynamic. Everybody has different backgrounds. Everybody. I mean, I'm the only one that was brave enough and, I don't know, sometimes crazy enough to have kids. So Sierra has a child, but he's older. But like everybody's perspective is different. I'm the only one that's married, and it's like sometimes you want some new stuff, but you can't do that.
I like it because comedy is so subjective, and in this city, there's a bit of a divide between like urban comedy and and the other kind of comedy, whatever you want to call that. But like so with y'all being all black females, I can't say y'all are all the same type of comic. Y'all are all urban comics. Y'all don't all talk about the same stuff. I'm pretty familiar with all of y'all. Mystic Trinae, who's a pretty new name, but also very dynamic and different. I'm looking forward to what Black Girl Giggles is going to do in the city.
I'm just thinking, it's just amazing how y'all squadding up in general because, like, in the entertainment industry, everybody knows it's hard out here for black women, period, across the board. You feel me? So the fact y'all coming together with comedy, I mean, like, how'd you get started? Like, what got you into it?
I mean, I would tell stories about what was going on. Like, I would just say, man, this is what happened to me today, but I guess it's the way I told it. Like, people were like, man, that's funny. You should do stand-up. And I was like, nah, I ain't brave enough to do that. I don't think I'm that kind of funny. I'm telling you a story, And then, like, I finally just said, you know what, forget it. Like, I'm going to try it. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Ain't nobody going to fight me.
That is a rule to live by. What's the worst going to happen? Anybody going to fight me?
Fight
Who going to pop me?
Who going to try it? Who wants some?
All right, Ashleigh, so tell us how we can follow you and Black Girl Giggles on social networks.
You can follow Black Girl Giggles at Black Girl Giggles on Facebook. Black Girl Giggles the name is across the board. Black Girl Giggles is on Instagram, Twitter, Gmail. Okay. We are well.
What about you?
I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Ashleigh Branch. On Facebook, that's ASHLEIGH, because my mama thought that was cute. Ashleigh Branch. And on Twitter, I am Ashleigh B at Comedy, I think. I don't know, but I'm there. And
she really unsure. I'm just letting y'all know how that she
Well, this Thursday, 2240, St. Claude at the Always Lounge. Catch her for some food and a show. Is that a free show?
Yeah, baby, it's free.
Free show.
It's free.
This Thursday at the Always Lounge.
Bring us up and bring some love, man, because that's all we need.
Because they finna bring the giggles. I promise you that, man. Funny lineup, and I'm so looking forward to it, y'all. Thank you for coming, Ashleigh.
Thank you for having me.
You got a show tonight. That's what's funny, y'all.
Yeah, right.
You're at the High Hole Lounge right now.
We at the High Hole doing some, what's the other comedy?
The other kind of
the
comedy.
Other
kind of comedy. Yep, that's cool. You got like 20 minutes to make it done, huh?
Oh, word, son? All right.
We're going to take a break. Thank you so much, Ashleigh Branch. Check her out this Thursday at the Always Lounge, 7 p.m., show at 8. Mastermind. Hello. What you got queued up first?
I got Muse by Love the Artist.
Nice. Dope. This is Muse by Love the Artist. Stay tuned to the Misbelief radio show and don't get nothing on you. Shout out to Ashleigh Branch.
Actually, it's funny as hell. But I really don't be knowing nothing. Yo. DC sent me a message like, what happened to the stuff you're supposed to email me? I was like, because as he was telling me, like, email me, like, this is my life. I had one baby in my arm, and I was grabbing the other one, like, stop.
How old are your other babies? Your oldest is 5.
3 and 1.
Baby, you need a nanny. And you selling coffee. And you need a show.
So, yeah. So, I just, when I walked in, I saw DC, I was like, dude, I am so sorry. And, like, I get dense. Because, like, I don't just, it's easy if I can just think for myself.
Right.
But it's always like, did you eat?
Right.
When last time I changed you?
Right.
What's that on your hands?
Right.
Is that toilet water? Let it be spit. You know your life crazy when you wishing it spit?
Right.
So, yeah. But thank you, DC. Thank you so
It
much.
was a blast.
You come back anytime. Send anyone bring
Girl
us anytime.
Anybody.
Next time y'all got a show.
See that girl, she's going so fine. Can you please play Ashleigh Banks? Make up your mind.
Stupid. Oh, that was the name of Ashleigh Banks' single.
Man, I'm just glad I didn't start hacking. I've been hacking all day.
You
like,
did good.
Back on stage. Let's get a picture with Ashleigh.
Come on, Come on, Ashley, get your picture.
Oh, Lord.
I know if Love 504 watching, his ass needs to be here ASAP. This Love the Artist?
Yeah.
I'm trapped.
I'm trapped in
Why you being
closet.
creepy, motherfucker?
Let me hold my stomach again.
I mean, you know what?
All right.
Go sideways.
Okay, look.
There you go. Closer.
Okay.
Malik, you need to get on that side. Closer, come on. There you go, that looks good. Wait, one more, Oshun.
Oh.
Eyes closed. Okay. Good. Instagram.
I was taking a picture. That was embarrassing. People need to watch
It's like, this is what goes on.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because my eyes are closed.
Listen, I'm about to walk to my car.
Okay.
I get it, you want. I got you.
And to go to the side though, right?
Yeah.
I know, right?
See, we hold it down, man. We watch out for ours.
Contrary to proper belief. Shade.
Y'all have a good night. About to go do some other comedy. Look, my knee jank as it is. I should be real funny. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Y'all eat grilled cheese with y'all gumbo?
Hell no. I put potato salad in my gumbo.
I put potato. I don't like rice.
I haven't tried it yet. I've heard of people do
I don't like rice.
Y'all make sure you share the video if you're watching, you enjoying what we're doing. Who's that? Hey, Miss Dana. How you doing? Miss Dana she came to the first episode of the Misbelief radio show when we recorded the TV show.
Yeah.
Dana was there in the front row, yeah. Yep.
Oh, you mean when it was in a radio show?
Yeah, when it was in the radio show.
Gotcha.
He was like, wait,
I
I'm
don't
wrong.
Who was there?
Yeah, no, you don't. Man, the Misbelief, if you go to our YouTube page and check out our very first episode, it was a late night show format, hosted by me and India Mac. Similar to this.
But more like Arsenio.
More like Arsenio. People were doing this.
We should have been doing the vibe.
I remember the vibe.
Oh, Lord.
Man. Shout out to Sinbad, actually. People forget Sinbad also hosted a late night show.
Yeah, that was vibe, bitch.
Wait, he did?
Oh my gosh.
I keep trying to say I'm the millennial. Maybe I'm the millennial Sinbad.
No,
you're not.
You know what? You have this color.
Arsenio.
You have this color.
With no material on Vimeo.
Get a close up of it. So I like to support local brands, right? Some of my favorites here. That on top, that's the Misbelief. You can get your Misbelief lapel pin by subscribing to us on YouTube. That just says stay woke because that's the Away Team. DJ Rockaway, shout out to him because he's the man. And Abstract Nola. It's always a good time. Didn't you go to Abstract Nola this past Sunday? Or not this past Sunday? You had a good time, didn't you?
It was a good time.
There's always, when it was at Gravy Street Social, when it was at 14 Parishes. I haven't been to it at the Carver Theater yet, but but Abstract Nola is pretty dope. Pretty dope.
My head is killing me.
So Love 504 in here.
Oh, I'll pass out.
You won't feel it.
Bats.
No.
If you can conjure up a spirit, who would you conjure up?
Tupac.
I can tell you who I would conjure, but he's not dead. This person.
Is that Miguel?
Yes. I would conjure him.
You gonna be a Bellini here?
I'm gonna find him.
Yeah, Voodoo Festival.
I'm gonna find you.
She will
We
find
can
you.
always grab some paper and some pens, and we all write random facts about ourselves and put them in a hat, and then pick them, and then we read them out, and have to guess who it's about.
Oh, that's not a bad one, dog. When I thought about what you just said.
It was just random.
It was random, interesting.
It's a
You
random.
did a seance before?
No, but I'll do one. Mama say Mama found my Y'all know I'm about that
Somebody
life.
told me if
That sounds like Hyper Gather Band.
if you do a seance when somebody dies, then you're gonna unleash a demon.
Who told
You
you?
might just unleash the dragon.
Cisco. I promise I work with a real life clown. Did y'all read my Facebook status about what happened to me this week?
Nah.
So I had an emotional break at work.
Oh, I did see
Mm-hmm. I did read that.
And it was awful.
The fact that you joked out.
Because I was sitting there crying, boo-hoo crying. And I was crying. And my coworker was like, what's going on? You know, she my cube mate. Hold on, let me check the time. Okay.
He looked at us like, am I doing something wrong?
She's my cube mate, so she was like, real name, what's wrong? And then I was like, nothing. I'm wiping my eyes. And she was like, no, something's wrong. You always helping people. What's going on? And she getting all, evangelical. Yeah. And hugging me and all of that. And then I was like, I'm fine. It's stupid. She was like, no, tell me right now. And I just go, Dance Moms is over. And I'm just...
the freaking Dance Moms.
I was like, I've been watching them since they're 9 years old.
How old are they now?
They're like 17, 18.
Oh, okay, that's real.
I'm like, 5.
He said 1 minute. 20 seconds ago.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Misbelief Radio Show on WBOK AM 1230 Live or on any of our many other platforms because we're all over the social networks and the networks, you hear me? This is DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. Who's this to my right?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun.
Who is this to my left?
That actor guy, Mr. Betts.
And on my far left?
It's Jay still keeping it real.
And over there in the booth. Who else that is in the booth? What's happening with you, Malik? You're doing haunted and like cemetery and voodoo type tours around the season, right?
Well, I'm not necessarily going to haunted or voodoo tours. I am going to talk more about ancestral spirits in New Orleans, but it's still historical.
A historical tour. Okay. How are you labeling this one?
Well, I mean, it's just a Halloween special.
Halloween. Okay, yeah. Then tell them how they can get them one of them tours.
Well, you can contact Nola tours on email or on Instagram. So just slide to my DM.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, we were talking about alternative things to do for Halloween this year. If you have an idea what you're doing as an adult, call us at 504-260-9265. Tell us something that we could do that's fun this Halloween. What you got, Oshun?
Well, it's been going on for a couple of weeks now. Everyone knows I love a good mystery and things of that nature, amazing race type things. So there's this lady on Instagram called Lady_Delaney. She has been hiding many coffins around the city.
Oh my goodness.
It's an adventure. She posts them every Saturday. She's going to keep it going, I think, for like 2 more weeks, but she has 7 in total, so it's been going on for a while.
Wait, what do you mean by coffins?
They're hand-painted coffins, and they're miniature.
Like little coffins.
And they're going to lead you to the big reveal, right? Mm-hmm. So it's 7 of them in total, and they are just everything. People have been scrambling. She give you clues as to where it is.
What's in the little coffins?
A clue.
So you find a bunch of little coffins to lead to
a big.
Why do you want to find
good, because it's Halloween.
Because it's Halloween time and it's a good play on something else to do, you know?
That's what I'm talking about. So because you don't have to know what's going to happen when you get to the big coffin.
Right.
It's the mystery.
It's the mystery of it all.
She going to put a cow penis in there. And y'all going to be thinking that it's all good. And you're going to be like, what did I step into?
What?
That's terrifying. Why would she first of all, where's she getting the cow penis?
Because it's Halloween. Like what you just said.
Okay, and you know what?
That's not even cool, though. That's too
not
much.
cool, but that's very scary. But if I felt like if I found all of these clues and the final thing it led me to was the cow penis, I'd be like, touche. You did that. You did that. I was not expecting this.
It's not.
I want a Halloween adventure. You got me.
I don't think it's that, but she has hidden some in cemeteries, some in old houses, like places where you can get them where it's not trespassing.
What's this lady's name on Instagram?
Her name is Lady_Delaney. DELANEY. It's so cool.
That sound cool. Shout out to Lady_Delaney. I'm gonna check you out.
And you know that if somebody posted something on Instagram, you can follow their post. So if she uploads where the next thing is hidden, you can get it before everybody else, and then you can go and go get it.
Go ahead, Lady Delaney. Shout out to her, man. So call us once again, 504-260-9265, and we just want to know what else can you do as adults this Halloween in New Orleans. We were supposed to have our musical guest, Love 504, on at about this time, but, you know, he operates on CPT. That's Creative People's Time. We talked about Love 504 many times before, man. He was doing Titus Andronicus, which I believe is also going to be playing this Halloween. Let me just check that real quick. Are y'all familiar with Titus Andronicus?
Oh, no, that's not who I thought it was.
I
thought it was the man from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. But that's not.
Oh, his name is
Titus Andromeda.
No, his name
Right?
is Titus.
Yes, I think it is.
No, it is.
Somebody's real name?
It's not Andromeda. No, his name is Titus something. Are you talking about
the character?
No, the character.
His name is Titus.
That's his stage name on the show.
That sounds like
So
a
now.
That's hilarious though. Okay, so that's also planned to Always Lounge Theater. That's Titus Andronicus, Shakespeare's bloodiest play. I've read it, but I've never seen it live.
I've never read that one.
Have you heard, like, it's a lot of dismembering that happens, not off stage, but on stage. People eating people.
Ooh.
Yeah, it happened. There's a lot of cannibalism happening. So that's playing at the Always Lounge, probably on Halloween. If it's smart, they won't do it on Halloween. The 28th, 29th. The Monday before Halloween, though, Gumbo Monster and TheMisbelief will be showcasing and premiering 2 local independent films, showcasing a bunch of black excellence. That's at Dillard Theater in the Student Union, 7 p.m. Not All Men is the first movie, which is it's pretty, I don't want to give away too much. I won't give away too much, but
it's a thriller.
It's a thriller. It's appropriate for Halloween. Oh yeah, her.
Y'all go follow me on Instagram at Jesso Steele and my Facebook too. Yeah. Got a bomb little promo.
She's the star of that one.
Of Not All Men.
Of Not All Men.
Y'all need to go see it. It's perfect.
It's
for
a thriller.
Halloween.
It's perfect for Halloween. And the second one, The Rise of Captain Extra, starring our good friend Raheem Glaspie, and really all of the Gumbo Monsters, contributed to both of these films. It's free, 7 p.m. Monday at Dillard University in the movie theater. Come check us out. It's funny. It's
Please
thrilling.
come through.
And
Please come support. It's free.
Yeah.
Please come.
Please come.
Please come
to the movie.
What else we got this Halloween? Mastermind, what you doing this Halloween, man?
I'm not sure yet, but it's going to involve some sort of alcohol content.
Of course.
Okay. I'm just going to take the streets and just see what kind of characters that I can run into.
Okay. Somebody in the background is playing. Was that a ringtone?
Sound like Prince.
Actually, the promo for our screening on Monday.
Oh man, is there a way we can It is more visual than audio thing.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, very much visual.
You guys see both.
Let's take a break and play 2 songs. When we come back, we'll do What's Going On Out Here.
What's going on out here?
You heard me. You heard me. We'll be right back to the Misbelief Radio Show. What you got lined up, man?
I got Ray Whitley,
Right.
I saw him today.
Where you saw him at?
He was singing on Canal Street.
Singing?
Yeah. I mean, rapping on Canal Street.
I'm about to
Sorry.
say.
Yeah, he's
Not
switched
singing.
it up.
Ray is a ray of light. I love me some Ray Whitley. So check him out. Ride, grind, and shine. Stay tuned to the Misbelief Radio Show, y'all. Love 504. Come to the station and don't get nothing on you. What you do that, bro? Throw us over our time before this goes.
Jeff Kelly said I stole her haircut idea. Well, that's what you get for waiting too long, nigga. Yeah.
Jeff Kelly is
Let's show it off.
Yeah, it's my people. That's Chef. Robert D. Doki said, what it do, my people?
Hey, Mr. Doki.
What's up, Rob? Remember time Rob just popped up on this?
I know, just knocked on the door and was like,
he said I'm downstairs. Hey, who all shouting out? What up, Kenneth? Anisha. Who's Anisha Bonita Williams?
Oh, I love you, Anisha. She's so supportive, so sweet. There's we met her through Geneva.
Okay.
There's Miss Bingo 2017.
Turn this the camera this way.
What up, Lauren Jackson?
I want to say a happy birthday to 2 of my favorite people. One of them who participated in giving me life, which is my father, who was real petty this morning because I wasn't the first one to call him, since I'm his first daughter.
Don't say this morning. You called this man about 5. It was about 5 o'clock she called her daddy. And what he says.
Why has slang ruined everything? When you say he participated in giving me life, I really was thinking about to say something else. You're like, no, literally. Really, my father.
I love you, Daddy. So this for you. I know you're somewhere on the party bus. Enjoy yourself, my G. And also, my sister Donna. She's in Atlanta. I know she's watching. I love you, Donna. Hello. Happy birthday. I will talk to you later on tonight.
OG rapper? No. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, bro, what you call it?
I hope you brought
forgot his
drink.
name.
Oh, can't bring a drink.
What's his name?
That's another thing. Let me tell y'all. Our favorite guests are the ones that bring us drinks.
You gonna talk about Marie Laveau?
What, the play?
Yeah.
Good. I wasn't.
What's performing for the Facebook Live?
I do it. Yeah.
You got an instrumental, or what you gonna do?
You know the seat?
And then what song?
I gotta holler at DJ. Y'all gonna, so it's 2 seats or just one?
Hello. Goodbye.
Your song on the radio while you doing that part.
Yes, man.
Facebook Live, say hey.
What's up, man?
This is Love 504, aka Kirk Bush.
3 seconds. Can we close that door?
Wait.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Misbelief Radio Show, y'all. We just took a quick break so we could reset. Before our second interview segment here on this episode of the Misbelief Radio Show. By the way, you're listening live on WBOK AM 1230 or on www.WBOK1230am.com or on the WBOK app or on our podcast, which is available on iTunes, or you're watching on my Facebook Live, available on Facebook. I'm DC Paul.
Get that Facebook.
Yeah, DC Paul with a capital L, or on YouTube, because we all over the place, you heard me. By the way, I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. Who's it to my left?
That actor guy, Mr. Bats.
And to his left?
Jay still keeping it real.
Over there in the booth? Who else? And of course, behind you. I see you, Lig. Mastermind, what was that song you just played, man? Ray Wimley, he's been here on the Misbelief Radio Show before, man. Shout out to Ray. We only play music by local independent artists here on the Misbelief Radio Show, so if you want your music played, email your radio-friendly single to TheMisbelief@gmail.com. And here we are with our second guest on this episode, Love 504.
Yeah, man.
Oh, claps to the man. Claps to the man.
That's love right there. That's love.
Introduce your guest.
How you doing? I have Kynt Bryan with me. He's an artist, a local artist from New Orleans. He does the flash mob here in the city. We got a show coming up on Halloween.
Yes, Halloween Day, Tuesday at 12 p.m. in front of City Hall. We will be doing our thriller flash mob.
When you say you do it, you choreograph it, or?
I choreograph. I'm working with about 8 to 9 different schools throughout the city of New Orleans and dancers from out the community. Where all will converge in front of City Hall at 12 p.m.
You've been doing this for a few years, right? I mean,
this is our 6th annual.
6.
I know somebody who's been privy to that flash mob for the past few years. Our co-host Oshun works there at City Hall, and she's always, every year I get a text about the flash mob happening.
Well, you need to come and broadcast live.
I'm gonna be there spitting the verse.
Why would you just tell me this today? We could have been organized that.
That's a Tuesday. This Tuesday coming up.
Halloween.
You gotta work so hard. You spitting the verse? Love 504?
Oh yeah, I got a verse for you.
No, I mean like at the flash mob, you doing something.
Oh yeah, I have a verse for that.
It's a surprise.
Okay, he ain't supposed to say it.
It's a big surprise.
Okay, let me start off the interview, how we start off all of our interviews. You know what a misbelief is?
Yeah.
Okay, you have a story about the misbeliefs from growing up in New Orleans, from childhood.
Oh, that type of story. I thought you were talking about like your drink.
That's one too.
That's my story right
there.
there.
You know what the original misbelief is?
I do. It's a plant, a tree, right? Yeah. It's a tree that's grown out here in the city of the South, really, and it's juicy. It's good. It's love.
Okay, I'll take that. That's just the misbelief is the common thread that connects us all as Black millennials here in New Orleans. It's just a memory that we have. You grew up in New Orleans?
Of course.
You familiar with the misbelief? Of course.
I am not actually.
Or a Japanese plum, or Chinese plum, japonica. You ever heard any of those terms?
No, I was raised in Woodmere on the West Bank, so I was integrated into the city. Well, I went to Walter Cohen though. You know, with Jubilee and UNLV. They were all in the band with me, Mystical.
Nice. What did you play in the band?
I was drum major.
Nice.
4 years.
Okay, are you a millennial? That means were you born between 82 and 02?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Okay, we didn't know that. Great.
That's the millennial. That was the new name for it now. It's not the millennial anymore. It's something.
If you're born after 02, you were part of the I gen, or the I generation, like lowercase I.
You know, y'all was.
You just gotta.
That's awesome new information to me.
You gotta rip your generation. But that's
millennials in the building.
Love 504. We have about
Oh yeah.
we have about 3 songs of yours on our playlist, right?
Wow.
Oh yeah, man! You submitted 3 songs to us. Mastermind, we have one queued up to play soon, don't we?
Oh, can I get a segue in there before?
Wait! We ain't gonna do it yet. But which song you got queued up? The Weekend.
I like that.
Tell us about that song, man.
Oh man, well, the inspiration for that song came from being in the city of New Orleans. I get wasted on the weekend.
Word.
So that song basically just cooked up in the lab with my cousin and just made a crazy hit song.
You do a lot of your own production and at least your own engineering and recording and stuff, right?
I do. I produce that. I'm an executive producer for a record company right now, Indie Lion Records.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Man, we always talk about Kirk Bush stay with a gig, man. He's always in a play, in a flash mob, you know, recording a mixtape, putting out music. I see you at the Jazz Market. I see
bar commercial.
He was here at the market commercial. I see him on. Well, I mean, yeah. So did Mastermind, and I also saw Joshua Kegler in one. So I know everybody else. Like, we should talk about that for a moment.
We should.
Me and Bass worked on something recently that's hot. I'm telling you.
Shepherd. Yeah, we talked about that, man, because that won an award.
Yeah.
And it's about
the best drama in the building.
We're going to watch that one going forward because I think it's going to do things.
Oh, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Big talk. Are we able to talk about it? I mean, HBO in the building.
Yeah.
You able to talk about it?
I mean, we got, like I said, they got a meeting with HBO, so we don't know what's going to come of it, but you know.
Man, good stories. I've been hearing some news of the bird in the tree talking about a whole new scene for me and everything.
Okay, well, nice. Wow. Good. Shout out to you, man.
That's crazy.
But did we say this, boy?
DJ, we did Salts together. Man, that was hit too.
He done work with everybody, huh? Kurt, we did Colossal together. That won a Big Easy Award. He work with everybody in this thing. That's cool. Kurt, you keep a gig, man. You're an actor, you sing, you write, you play the instruments.
I do.
What you play?
Taught myself how to play the guitar, the piano, and the harmonica.
Dope. Dope, man. Where can the people follow you on social networks?
I'm everywhere on the social media. You can hashtag or Google Love504.
How about you, Bryan?
Kynt. K-Y-N-T. Just Google K-Y-N-T. Kynt Bryan. Kynt Music.
Kynt Bryan.
I'm New Orleans' only house music recording artist.
Really?
For the past 2 decades, I've been releasing house music worldwide.
Do you have
we working on
you have radio-friendly music that you can submit to our playlist?
Of course.
And I was in a play with Kynt back in the day.
Yes, we did Rumors of One together.
Yeah, all 3 of us was in it. Kirk, Kynt, all 3 of us in that joint.
Shout out to Black millennials in the city, creative Black millennials in the city getting that work. If you tuned into our Facebook Live, we're about to get a live performance from Love 504. Is it featuring Kynt?
I don't know, you can spit some bars if you want.
I don't know about that.
It's how you feel. I
got bars.
But we got The Weekend by Love 504, so stay tuned to the Misbelief radio show. And just take a peek at our Facebook Live real quick and check out Love 504, y'all. We're going to take a break, but don't get nothing on you.
Oh. No, really don't.
Don't.
Is that supposed to be a segue?
I don't know. I think we still on.
Yeah, that's why we don't need to play that song.
I'm trying to take a break. Before we go into it, man, I have a show November 3rd. Where's that?
We still on? Are we still on?
You got a show November 3rd.
November 3rd at Cafe Istanbul is going to be a showcase with my music. We got a great artist, Professor Trinice Duplessis. She put it together with Tillman Corner.
Oh, shout out to Tillman.
Yeah, what's sound, brother? So just come out.
What time Cafe Istanbul?
Let's see what time it is. 7:30 is when it starts.
Okay. That's Love.
Love said he coming for you for that hardest working man in the city.
I support my brother.
I support him too. I definitely support hardworking black men in the city, man. Love 504 is my rival with that one. This is Love 504 The Weekend, y'all. Stay tuned to the Misbelief radio show and check them out on the Facebook Live for this exclusive live performance.
Live.
Come on. Hopefully we got 2 songs queued up. I'll give you like 8 minutes. Should have you on the show. I didn't know you did house music.
Yeah, I'll send you some stuff. I got albums on top of albums on top of albums on top of albums. Worldwide, nice to meet you. Represent. I know you. Where I know you from? Yeah.
I know you from somewhere. I don't know.
All right, y'all. Oh.
But yeah, definitely.
I know you from Squirrels Exchange. I follow you. You're the dancer. Yes, and you do music.
All right, y'all.
It's a small thing.
Hey, yo. So this is Love 504. Check him out.
Love 504. I'm here at the WBOK, TheMisbelief. Right here with my people. Love, what you want, freestyle, acapella? Dream is love right here. Daydreaming in the middle of the night. I'm searching for my light. Misplaced it in the fight with the one I can't make out. Blind to the facts, that's why there's no holding me back now from any attack. Grip tight, but my palms open, reaching perfect fit. Only if you want it. Dream is love.
That's Love 504, yo.
Yeah.
Follow them, Love 504 across the board. Instagram, you on Facebook?
I'm on everything social media. You can Google that thing, hashtag Love 504. That's LOVE 504. Love.
Shout out to Joseph Pons. He says Kynt is a beast dancer, model,
yeah, he is.
actor, singer, all around artist.
That's right.
Like, how dare you not know motherfucking Kynt? God damn it. Shit.
My dog. Hard-working ass people. So you got to deal with
Yeah, we got candy.
We got candy. Beautiful Bryan hooked us up with the candy today.
Oh, that was your birthday. Thank you. You're such a teacher. Oh, thank you for the candy.
You're welcome.
You guys know what's so funny? The other day I was on my Snapchat playing, you know how they do the faces? For me taking the faces, I put my face on all y'all and I was high as fuck. Oh, no, I wasn't. What? I was like high off laughing.
Off life.
You guys off life, and it was laughter. And what I'm just basically trying to say, I mean, like, it was just so much joy. I was so high off of it. And I love everybody here. So it's the love high that had me so funny. Your face on my face was the most funniest one ever.
Did you record this?
No, because it was in the moment. It was so funny because each one of y'all, every one of y'all's face, I put it over my face. And me and my friends were just laughing our asses off.
What's up,
Kirk?
Well, yours was like perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody else had like a little side. But yours was like perfect, like your little nose and everything. I was like, what's up with Mark, Brad?
I'm going to be working with Dominique again, man.
You got to record it. You got to record it.
What's going on?
The show is called Cheating in the Next Room.
All right.
We got auditions, callbacks this Sunday. Big shout out to Dominique who's doing this thing, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Dope.
Are you going to perform? So I can put on...
Tell them what time we doing the thing tomorrow? I mean, for Halloween?
Yeah, 12 p.m. Halloween day, 12 p.m. in Film City Hall.
Bring your best costumes.
Yes, come out and dance. We're going to be dancing. I mean, we're going to be getting it. Man.
Say it one more time for Instagram.
12 o'clock, Halloween day.
Yeah.
2 p.m. I'm sorry, 12 p.m. in front of City Hall.
Thriller Flash Mob.
I meant to say Tuesday. That's what
it is. Tuesday.
Yeah. That's how much I've been dancing.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Let's see. Kynt, you have a background in ballet, don't you?
Yes, of course. I taught. I teach ballet currently at Nola School of Ballet.
Awesome.
I graduated from Loyola University with a double major in communication and dance, the first student to graduate from Loyola University with a double dance degree. I have a master's in liberal arts from Tulane University. I've taught at the New Orleans Ballet Association. I currently teach in several different organizations throughout the city. I work with Fit Nola and Nola, and I actually have my company
Awesome. What's your favorite thing to do?
Sing and dance and act. I'm also an actor. I've done several movies, TV shows, you know. I don't like to pigeonhole myself. I like to do some of everything.
That's awesome.
Makes me happy.
Yes, I actually caught one of your short films.
I like this candy. Which one? Nuts and Bolts?
It was the one, I don't think you spoke very much in it.
It was Nuts and Bolts where the guy comes to the door and fixes the refrigerator.
Yes.
That was fun. There's a short film I did. It was very, very interesting. No. It's called Nuts and Bolts, of course.
Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah, but it was really fun working with Stephen Kenyapolis on that film. We also just recently shot a film called Native out in Shreveport, and it's won multiple film awards. I think it made it in the top 10 Louisiana Film Prize, and it's continually being circulated throughout, the circuit of film festivals and still winning awards. You guys should check it out. It's called Native.
Awesome. Are we doing a bunch of promotion shit?
Yeah.
All right. Well, look. I take photos, professional headshots, local shots, portraits, family photos. You can just holler at me. Like I said, hashtag Love504. That's where I'm at with it. I got a vest line. It's called Loves. L-O-V-E-S, all caps. You can find that online too. You can go ahead and Google hashtag Love504. Get your size in right now. I'm telling you, it's hot commodity. That's all I'm saying.
Awesome.
What else we got? I have a Christmas show coming up, December 16th. Again, that's with Trinice Duplessis. It's called Sweet Willie's Cotton Club. I'm going to be hosting it. I'm going to be emceeing it. And I got a song I'm going to be doing. It's a special feature. Yeah.
Normally I make the rounds, but you know. Hey, did we get encouraged for all of us?
No.
So we're hard to get.
The Nigerian.
Oh, we're doing for Halloween. We're doing the
Still rocking.
You gotta stop doing
You gotta stop creeping up on
I'm gonna get y'all off Facebook Live. I'm gonna get y'all
While
reported.
we're having conversations about Jesus.
Jesus.
Okay?
Yes. Hallelujah.
Talking about that. Yeah. You see that you go stop.
The tea, the true tea. Pictures.
Chemicals.
Who put that in your hand?
Chemicals.
He did.
Happy Halloween.
He don't like I don't get you. So you come to Lincoln Beach, man, it'll be crazy. I don't know if you tell. Did you tell the people? You tell your fans?
We said it on the radio.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it was a good time. We're gonna go Facebook Live too.
That's gonna be crazy.
Y'all say hi.
Lincoln Beach.
Facebook poll
Halloween night.
question.
Huh?
If you can conjure up one person, who would you conjure up?
He said playing 3 of your songs in a row.
For real? That's hot music. Who I would conjure up?
Yeah, if you were like doing the Ouija board or something like that.
God.
She jumps right up.
Thank God for everything, brother. That's what I take. Real.
Also, yeah.
Oh, that's that make time.
You have all the fruity shit you like. I don't like this. I like
From here, I'm still not.
I know we put it
I don't really do freaking Twizzlers, bro. I like chocolate too in my stuff. That's cool. We got 3 Musketeers to be fucking good.
That's a 3 Musketeers?
Yes, you want it?
That's the only one.
I'm gonna eat this. This is the perfect, okay, everybody. For Halloween, for adults, 3 Musketeers is the perfect candy when you're drinking red wine. Make sure all the corners of the red part is closed.
Shit, no, pause.
There's no holes.
Pause.
Fuck that, it's all
She
about
not from
nerves.
New Orleans. You gotta get that Snicker, Skittles, Twix, any name brand candy. We don't do Milky Way, say New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? No, we don't do
I ain't even
we don't do
Milky Way,
candy
nigga. This is 3
corn.
Musketeers.
We don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
How you know if I'm from New Orleans or not?
The way you said that.
Exactly.
And with that, we're going live in about a minute and a half. Thank y'all for coming to the show. Next show, next Saturday.
Y'all bumping up. Ooh,
So, let us talk about the inspiration behind this ensemble.
Baby, let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
Y'all want some accent?
What was the inspiration?
Come on, little Kim.
Let me tell you, well now, like, picked out the dress, right? You gotta do the dress first.
Oh, Lord.
And then you get the shoes. So then it has to balance it out.
Smells like candy and liquor.
What's that? 1 minute.
It's 1 minute?
Next to another one called Not All Men.
We can work this out. Alan Jacanski's remix.
I can do that.
We gotta get it real quick.
We got 1 minute.
We got 1 minute.
That means 11 times. 30 seconds.
Oh, thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having us.
Come back.
Listen, we would love to have you again.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the next time you do already.
It's nice to see you. Well, I just asked him about you. I was like, where you been at?
Man, I ain't seen you in the flesh in a minute. I'm always seeing you in
Man,
the
he always
news.
doing stuff.
Trying, man, trying. Appreciate you coming through.
5,
Man,
4,
man, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
30
you.
seconds deep.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Misbelief Radio Show, you guys, from WDOK Radio 1230. I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio, and who's this to my right?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun, not the millennial Arsenio, the Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
Can we all be hosts? Yes,
Sure.
I'm Oprah.
Sure, that's who's this to my left?
It's that actor guy, Mr. Bats.
That actor guy.
Who are you?
Bats.
I guess I'm the Wesley especially.
Yo!
Rocking my vest so freshly.
I like it. And who's that to his left? You better come up with a millennial somebody.
Jay still keeping it real.
The millennial Maya, you guys.
I was trying to think of. I thought we were doing TV hosts.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes won the TV host. I
right,
just run it.
I was gonna say Wendy Williams, but I mean.
No. Wendy Williams is the millennial. Wendy Williams.
I don't want no Wendy Williams.
No, Sally Jessica fan. No, that's all. Ricky Lake.
I was about to say Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake. Who that is in the booth?
I'll take over Wendy.
He said F the TV.
Well, you guys, this here segment is What's Going On Out Here.
What's going on out here?
You heard me?
You heard me?
It's where we talk about local talking points, news stories, things that interest us as millennials here in the city of New Orleans. So I'm going to throw it to Oshun first. Oshun.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on out here?
Has a couple of events that's going on because it is the season.
True.
Don't forget, you guys, if you have not gotten your tickets yet for Polar Express, they are almost sold out. So hurry up, get the babies on the train. It's going to be an excellent adventure. I'll be there January 1st at 8:30 p.m. in my PJs with the group of kids that's not mine.
You going after Christmas?
Yeah, because they're sold out. So we had to catch the New Year's show. So
yeah, I was in that show last year. It sold out before the show had opened.
Exactly. And it's not open yet, and they are selling pretty quickly. Also, another thing that's going to be on sale, I think November 7th is when they start pre-sales. The Color Purple is coming to New Orleans at the Singer Theater. So you guys, please get your tickets November 7th when they go on pre-sale.
That's right. And theater and live performing is what's going on out here in New Orleans. You hear me? Bats.
What's up?
What's going on out here?
Man, shouts out to Trombone Shorty, who will play the voice of the Peanuts adults.
Wait, the womp 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 womp?
Womp 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 womp.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, man. I was like, oh, that's an interesting pick, man. So, like, that seemed like a pretty cool gig in the upcoming 3D Peanuts movie.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So put that Nola womp womp in that fiend style, you hear me?
No,
yeah, represent. Womp 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 womp. That's how they should talk every time.
Man, shout out to Trombone Shorty. I went to Noka with that guy.
Word.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Mastermind, what's going on out here, man?
I'm not sure what's going on out here, but this weather is
I haven't quite gotten into my sweater collection yet.
I'm surprised because you're like the sweater gang leader, right?
Yeah, because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to lead off with. All of my sweaters is like, put me in, coach, put me in. I just have to take it slow. You know?
Paul is the only person I know that had a sweater off duel with somebody.
Sure did. Yeah, me and Randall Rosenberg, who he was a guest here on the Misbelief radio show, is also my webmaster for www.whoisdcpaul.com. But when it came to the sweater battle, he didn't stand a chance. Did not. Shame on him for even trying it. He tried it. He threw the gauntlet down.
The gauntlet.
He threw down the wool knit blend.
The wool knit blend.
Jay Steele, you keep it real. What's going on out here?
Yeah, we were talking about Halloween stuff. So apparently House of Shock is closing down for real this year. So if you haven't been, you might want to go. Last year was supposed to be there last year, but then they came back this year talking about this is going to be our last year now. And interesting enough with the House of Shock, they actually had problems for many years, especially when they started, because people were trying to shut them down for being demonic. They had all kind of protests from religious groups, but yeah, so if you haven't been to the House of Shock, you might want to go if that's your thing.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what's going on out here.
That's what's going on. Yeah, if you don't mind going somewhere where the church folk think is demonic, which to me is a good selling point.
I mean, that's the best places.
I'll be advertising for that. Like, y'all come to the House of Shock.
Most of the things that the church against is usually the funnest things.
Facts.
True.
Hashtag facts. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, Malik. Malik, what's going on out here, man? I'm curious. What you got going on out here, brother?
Well, on Wednesday, there's a Fast Domino. They call it the Memorial Parade, but it's the second line.
All right. Well.
In the Night War. So, yes.
Across the canal or this side?
Yeah, he's from deep.
Like on the last
year. You laughing, but that's for real.
My son just said, in the Night War, that was the direction. That was so New Orleans. You hear me? In the Night War. You'll find it. You'll find
I
you.
could find it, yeah. That's what's going on out here. Oshun, what you got? What's going on, baby?
Now, I know Jay said was talking about the House of Shock and how, they had protests, religious protests. So, they have had the most spookiest things happening recently. In Kenner, someone is putting up random Virgin Mary statues.
I saw
just
that.
like, what's happening?
Right.
Just like, hey y'all, it's Mary. And the mayor of Kenner, I didn't know they had a mayor in Kenner.
That's the
But
episode.
the mayor,
Hey y'all.
the mayor he says he's thankful and puzzled, and whomever is putting the statues up, he would like to thank them in person. So if y'all go on Nola.com and call the contact number and tell him who putting up the statues, he would like to give them a hug.
That sounds threatening. That sounds like a threatening thank you. You know what I mean? I'd like to thank him
He
in
said,
person.
I have received many calls and emails regarding the sudden appearances, and I don't know who to thank for the precious gifts.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You getting arrested.
Nope.
So he trying to thank
getting arrested, beat up, something.
I mean, it's something happening in Kenner, so I feel like he shouldn't be mad.
He said they popping up everywhere, and they little bitty. They just like
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's not vandalism, so to speak.
right. They just trying to spread.
It's kind of scary though.
I just don't trust them.
What you say? Hey, y'all, it's Mary.
And not 227 either. Mary. Mary.
Jay, still, what you got? What's going on out here?
Tomorrow, the weekend wind down, the first ever weekend wind down is going on tomorrow. It's being curated by Axiom Gallery, and it's basically a social event for young millennials and professionals to drink wine, and there's going to be an art gallery and auction. DJ is going to be DJ Lil Jodeci and Legatron Prime, and it's being brought to you by the Crescent City Collective. And for more information, you can actually visit Facebook. There's an event if you search Weekend Wind Down, and there's also a website, but it's spelled WKNDWindown.com.
That's what's up. Weekend Wind Down is what's going on out here. I got one. You know what's going on out here? Blazing Worship is in the morning. You heard me? Blazing Worship, 5416 South Claiborne Avenue, and it is a gospel brunch for a very specific audience. But it's one of my favorite things that I do. Is this very spiritually uplifting event. We go up yonder
For a very specific audience.
Yeah, very specific audience. Blazing Worship, 5416 South Claiborne Avenue, 11 to 3. It's free. Come on, support. It's a Misbelief event actually. So come on, support the Misbelief.
Bring your own leaf.
But or don't, because there will be so many things there for you to purchase: food, sweets, libations. There will be a live band, communion.
I'm gonna be selling chameleons.
Fruit Orleans has been there the past couple times. And I make a playlist of spiritually uplifting music for the first hour and a half. For the second hour and a half, we have an open mic with a live band, and it's some very dope gospel artists coming out. So, speaking of dope gospel artists, you know what's going on out here? Joshua Kegler and Harmonic Praise. Last week they had a concert at Tulane Memorial Baptist Church on Paris Avenue, but he'll be our musical guest next week. I've been trying to get him on the show forever. And he's going to submit some music to us as well. So we're going to get some gospel on this here playlist. So shout out to Joshua Kegler, man, amazing vocalist.
Yes.
If you ever come to the Jazz Market on a Wednesday night.
Vocal machine.
Yeah, we let him get on the mic every Wednesday because he's a beast. The man's range is unlimited. But the Jazz Market every Wednesday is also free. Doors at 9, show at 10. Come check us out. It is the dopest thing you could do for free in the city of New Orleans. And that's enough for me. Bats. What's going on out here?
We didn't ever talk about that John Best dude.
I don't think so.
All that whole thing. He just stepped down from his whole situation as like this big, well-renowned chef or whatnot, and apparently is busting open a whole culture of sexual harassment in the food industry and whatnot.
Not busting it open, huh?
Busting it wide, bust it open, bust it legs wide open, bust it. Boop, 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 boop.
Really?
Anyway,
I feel like that was part of the problem. All of this busting things wide open.
That was.
I mean,
Tone it down.
he need to, he does or whatnot. It's just like with the stuff with Harvey Weinstein, Stein going down. It just seems like such a mediocre white men getting exposed.
Right.
So what y'all saying about that? Do you have any feelings about it at all, or is it just regular rigmarole?
No, and the problem is things like this has always happened. but people are now saying enough.
Yeah, I think that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And no, when you have enough people who are saying "Me Too," hashtag Me Too,
right.
It becomes more aware. Like, you have to be aware that what you're doing is not okay.
Yeah, the culture is changing because at one point
it was very okay.
Yeah, it was, and people did not know it was okay. Even the people on both sides, women didn't necessarily know that what was happening to them wasn't okay.
Right.
You know, and then the guys who was doing it. Sometimes, you know what, I ain't even say girls and guys because it could be flipped. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, just the rape culture as it has been deemed.
And just not even just rape culture, just the toxicity of, like, when you talk about our patriarchal society, we're all taught to be what's right, which isn't always what's right. Once again, like, if you got a slave master teaching you your history, and you wonder why the slave is messed up in the head, is to go the same way. A lot of women be screwed up in the head because they learning the screwed upness from from the male gaze and male lens or whatnot. So it's deep on how we got to educate both sides of the gender with this.
Yeah, like I said, the culture's changing.
Yeah.
So things that people previously thought were okay, and just the norm. You know, people are stepping up and saying, no, you know, I'm not taking it. And then what's funny is the sort of statute of limitations when you want to take it to court is one thing, but then when it comes to like the court of public opinion, you know,
correct,
like that'll never, you know, expire pretty much. So yeah, man, men, check yourselves, check your homeboys. Women, check yourselves, check your homegirls. People, you know, watch yourselves. Watch, you know, like respect people. Especially in a business setting, conduct yourself like professionals, like we do here at the Misbelief radio show. Oh, man.
Professionalism is the key.
Have I said clitoris yet?
No, see?
Have I said analingus at least once this episode?
And then it goes downhill.
Because there's a level of professionalism that comes with being able to slide a good analingus reference.
What?
And I just want to, okay.
Cut his mic off.
Okay, Oshun, what's going on out here then?
Here's something that you might find cool.
What?
Ribbon cutting ceremony for 1423 Knot Claiborne. And I know y'all like, what's 1423 Knot Claiborne? It's the renovation of the former boarding house and dining hall of Straight University. Do you guys know?
D-U.
Because Straight University used to be Dillard. I mean, well, vice versa.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What Xavier is going to understand. Continue.
Thank you, Malik.
Higher education in New Orleans and Louisiana, founded in 1869 by Creoles, and that school merged with New Orleans University and founded Dueling University in the 1930s. So Straight simply gave its heritage to Dillard. It's pretty much Dillard the oldest institution.
You know, pretty much.
Okay, so it's ribbon cutting ceremony. Like, what is it? what is the new building?
They Malik, do you want to take it?
Go.
Correct.
Boarding house is the last standing building of Straight. So that building dates back to 1869. It was going to be demolished.
Correct.
They found out what it was, so they was able to save it. So they bought the property, and then I guess they let somebody else buy the property, and they renovated the property. So the property is going to be actually condos, but it wasn't restored. So they're just happy that the building was restored back, and it's historical significance.
That's on Claiborne by the Bridge. Is that?
Right there
by Mansions, okay.
Actually, that building was our boarding house and dining hall. And the Ashleigh University was burned down by white terrorists in 1876.
Oh, wow.
And that's what's going on. Okay, so the ribbon cutting ceremony is what time on what day? Because I'm curious now.
It's going to be November the 4th from 2 to 4. They're going to have light refreshments and a bit of gentrification. So you should come on.
And a bit of what?
She said
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay, Bess.
Yo.
What's going on out there, man?
I mean, it was just this article I just had. We looked at. You ever saw Dear Black Parents, you need to stop doing these 13 things.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to go through them kind of quickly because I felt like, some of them could contribute to something. Number one was requiring us to contribute financially while we're still in our teen years and early 20s. And that one gets into about the fact of, like, white family and households, they, like, try to keep the family together, and they don't require the child to basically take over to help with the household, to help so the child can basically build their own. You feel me? So he can save their money so he can get out the house and be good. Number two, using public embarrassment as punishment. Number three, threatening our lives, literally. Number four, beating and physically abusing us. And they go in to explain how there's spanking, which is spanking, and there's beating, which is Adrian Peterson. So, if you got to look that up and find out. Number five, discouraging us from pursuing the arts. And that's a major thing in the black community.
That's a huge thing in the black community.
Really?
That's a huge problem.
Especially when you have kids like, how my nephew is. So it's like he wants to be in theater. So they don't think that that's a job. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at things like that. I'm all for it. I'm like, baby, let's go on these auditions.
I feel like it's
it's
a age generation thing too, though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of millennials now, the attitudes are different. But I know, like, I have family members. I have people that are in my parents' age group that saw me trying to get into the arts and were completely disapproving.
So you mean like Lauryn Hill mama on Sister Act 2 was a real person?
Yeah, exactly.
Singing.
I honestly thought that parents would bring their kids to choir rehearsals, band practices, dance.
But they don't see that as a serious job.
Okay.
Like when their kids be like, I want to be a professional dancer or professional whatever, many times, they get shot down. And it's a thing. I mean, like when I tell people about my mother being supportive, people are like, oh, well, da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. 6, partaking in homophobia and encouraging violence towards the LGBT.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, and that's not just parents who need to stop doing that to black kids or in general. Just stop doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be common sense right now, but it ain't. You feel me? And they was even talking about, especially in the Caribbean community, they still on that blah, blah, blah. You feel me? So it's just one of those things where we got to leave that back in the you feel me? Not allowing us to have emotions. That's another one. Whereas, basically saying that, oh, you can't have emotions because I'm having a bad day. What you crying for, man? Boy, get up. I got all these bills to pay. And that's a thing that's definite, especially the little black boys. Like, that's a whole other topic. 8, perceiving dissenting opinions as disrespect. Meaning, basically, if your kid got anything to say to you that's against what you're saying, they can't have an opinion. And they talk about how...
Yeah, I dealt with that a lot.
Yeah, that is a black thing.
Especially in cases of religion. Continue.
Right, because like I said, my kid, I call him my kid, my nephew, he's 6. We actually have discussions, and a lot of people don't agree with it. Like, I would rather you talk your feelings out with me than you go and explode and not know how to communicate. We're going to sit here and have a discussion. So you feeling a certain way, why? What's going on? Present me your case. What's happening? A lot of people, especially my mama, shouts out to Dean. She don't play that. She be like, a child is to be seen and not heard.
Yeah, really, and then it's also the men in your family who don't encourage the younger kids to talk back, so to speak. But even I think sometimes this may sound weird, but rationing with the child, does it often? Do you find that works?
Not with him.
No.
Well, he's a negotiator. He's a negotiator.
I mean, and there's levels to it.
Yeah.
There's levels to it. But one of the main things they were talking about was at times if you don't ever let a kid have develop their own opinions or at least hear them out, then when they grow up they don't have a sense of self.
Right.
They just have a bunch of your ideas in their head, and then they come to a crossroads of just regurgitating you. Right. And it's not about making a clone. It's about developing a person.
There should be a balance of correcting them and still allowing them to develop their own personality through their perspective and their experiences and opinions.
And what I mean by rationing with a child is explaining to them consequences to their actions, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you tell a child, like...
Because I said so only goes so far.
There you
Correct.
Go.
Correct.
If you tell a child, well, if you do X, Y, Z, then this is going to happen. And if that makes sense to him.
But you know what he brought to my attention the other day, too? He was like, he goes through these little phases. He wants it done now. And if you don't do it now, then he gets upset. And I was like, well, why do you act like that? This just happened this week. He was like, because you say you want things done now. And I need to hurry up and do things now. So I want things done now, too. Light bulb, ding, 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 you're 6, you're a genius. Okay, so we can't tell you, now, life is not a rush, so.
I do believe a child being in a child's place to a degree too. You feel me?
Right.
There's a balance that you got to go with it. But in the past, it's kids ain't got no opinion. It's like, come on, they're humans. They're little humans we're raising here.
Right.
Next up is not allowing us to have any personal space. And they talking about sometimes you gotta let a kid go, go get in their space if they need that time, or don't destroy them if they shut a door or whatever. It's like, come on, let them get them, because once again, they're little humans. The next one was continuously using explicit language. I ain't got no comment on that because I know I'm gonna be cursing around my kids, but it is what it is.
Right. I don't know about that one either.
Pretending that you're never wrong and not apologizing when you are in fact dead wrong. And it's a thing that they say about how black parents most times they never apologize. They're never wrong. They said here's a meme. Black parents don't apologize. They just suddenly come back acting all nice to you.
That is so true.
Right.
To a degree, that's funny. And sometimes being vulnerable and explaining to your kid how you can make mistakes is an example that you can set for them to be able to be honest about the mistakes that they make as well.
But you know what? The things that you're saying now, I'm thinking about how that affects me as an adult and how my mama still do some of this stuff. Like how these things still happen. These things, she still treats me certain ways.
They do.
Right.
I'm in the same boat.
And it's crazy.
It is.
Because just the other day we was having a hardcore disagreement about politics, and she is dead wrong. Okay, about certain things.
And they will not at no point will
what
say
she
I'm
came
wrong.
in?
I'm starting.
You want me to buy you a $5 smoothie?
Right.
A $5 smoothie.
First of all, yes. But then you're also wrong. Right?
And you're also wrong.
Finish up his list, Bess.
All right, his last two. Making us call everyone auntie or uncle. And I'm going to just read this one. Everyone is not our auntie or uncle, and you really should be more careful about who you let around your children, which leads me to my final point. Ignoring sexual abuse and shaming your daughters. That inappropriate cousin that flirts with all the ladies, including blood relatives, is nasty and should really not continuously be invited to family gatherings where children are present and you know it. Those uncles that you have that make you feel like you need to tell your teen daughters to put on longer pants or cover up with a jacket are predators and should not be invited to the house. And when your daughter tells you that your husband makes her sit on his lap when they are alone together, believe her. She did not seduce your man, and he needs to be in jail. Just had to read that one because that was too rough.
I feel like this whole article was leading up to that one.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. And I don't want it to be just daughters.
And yeah, that too.
I don't want it to be just daughters.
And it's not just black parents.
Right.
So yeah.
But we just talking about black parents right now.
Yeah.
Because we black. We want to buy our kids right now.
Right.
And also, we have to be very conscious because we do come from a culture that is extinct. So I have some people in my family who I consider uncles or aunts who are not blood relatives, who have never touched me, never done. They've been there my entire life, and I consider this person my uncle. Like I know if my parents aren't here in New Orleans, but this person will step in. That person is literally like my uncle.
I feel like all that's implied. All they said was everybody ain't to your uncle. So it's like, you can have your best friend that that's around, like that's your uncle, that's your Uncle DC, you hear me? And I trust DC. I know DC ain't the swarmy, like nasty flirt, messed up person. And I give them props. I hope not. But they say auntie or uncle, which I think does include the boys, but you're absolutely right. Yeah. We need, because like even in the next paragraph, they didn't get as explicit with saying boys. So I feel you on that heavily.
Yeah, because the next point is ignoring sexual abuse and shaming your daughters. But yeah, do encourage don't ignore sexual abuse and don't shame your sons either, because it happens.
But I'm gonna let it be. I'm about to say shaming your sons ain't much of an epidemic, because most times sons ain't saying nothing, and most times it's like that shaming the daughter thing come from it's almost like the culture of all the girls is little sluts and stuff. Like that goes to a whole nother density about where dynamics and family and genders, and it goes crazy. We ain't got enough time to get into it.
That sounds like something for the Fly with Bats podcast, which is available at Fly with Bats. Man, he gets very in depth with those types of things. Are we gonna take? Is that all of what's going on out here?
That's it.
Y'all ain't got nothing else?
They go to Voodoo Fest.
Voodoo Fest this weekend.
Voodoo Fest, they got amusement rides. They have good food. One of my favorite restaurants, Boucherie, is out there. They got Krispy Kreme bread pudding.
Wow, okay, I'm into that.
They have a mock cathedral.
Wait, hold
they
on.
have
Boucherie has Krispy Kreme bread pudding year round, not just at the festival?
Yeah, Google Boucherie.
He about to
Google
it.
And they have a smaller restaurant that branched off from Boucherie called, it's spelled Bouree, and they have wings and daiquiris only. It's gourmet wings and homemade daiquiris.
I need to be on.
It's so good.
Great. And then Malik, you said it's some other festival this year. I mean, this weekend. Ain't it the Seafood Fest on the river at Waldenburg Park?
They have a seafood fest on the river, and actually Sunday there's a festival in Crescent City Park. On Sunday between Gina Brown, old soulful singer, she's gonna be singing on Crescent City Park tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So we have a lot.
Yeah, man. Don't stop saying there's nothing to do in this city. It's too much. If you're really trying to keep up, it's hard out here. You hear me? That's what's going on out here. We're gonna take a break and play maybe 3 songs, cause we got 20 minutes. How you feel? Mastermind, what you got? Which one? Recess? All right, this is Recess by Quentin Hakeem, y'all. Stay tuned to TheMisbelief Radio Show. Don't get nothing on you.
Bryan, oh my God, you guys, that was heavy. You got so heavy, baby.
Everything said Krispy Kreme bread for only $7 at Boucherie.
What's the name of the other restaurant with the wings and things?
I think it's pronounced Bouree. Bouree.
B-O-U-R-E.
Boucherie is really good.
It's a John Besh restaurant.
I know, right? Gotta check.
No, it's not a John Besh. No.
Oh, this is on South Claiborne. I mean, South Claiborne or Carrollton? South Carrollton. Listen, y'all know my family call me Chicken. That's my nickname. Chicken Wang. Chicken Wang.
Never heard the Wang first.
Because I love chicken wang.
You like cold chicken, don't you?
I do love cold chicken.
Welcome, Malik.
Sit down, La Wody.
How you doing, baby?
I'm gonna drink some today.
No, that's mine.
I know, I was talking to you.
So yeah.
Go wash.
So Bess, also, shaming in the black community happens in different ways. Like, if somebody go and say, Mama, my uncle touched me, or this guy at church touched me, it was like, that's because you walk like a sister anyway. You know what I'm saying? You ask for it. You ask for it, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. You should stop acting like that.
But go gay. Then that go into a whole nother can of worms with homophobia in the black community. Like in those,
and then we'll be here till midnight.
Bruh, we got problems, y'all.
Yeah. we
got a lot of good shit too, but we got problems. And a lot of times we want to ignore them motherfuckers, and it's like, dude, they've been in our face.
And it goes into how we even communicate with, like, just community and stuff, because we feel like we're supposed to ignore problems and not put it on Front Street. And that's why New Orleans East looked the way it looked, because nobody want to step out and be like, no, this is a problem. We have to fix it. Say, oh, well, I guess it's going to get it fixed eventually.
Don't worry, it's in God's hands.
Yeah.
You can't put it just in God's hands and not put no action. And a lot of times we just leave everything. Even like I said, people that need to get mental help, go pray about it. You know what I mean?
That's the devil.
You know what I mean? You think homosexuality is the devil. We're going to pray it out of you. It's like all these things was like, yo.
Yes. Because prayer without action is dead.
Thank you.
You have to actually sow the seeds of prayer. So after we pray about it, we need to come together and say, okay,
what are we going to do?
What can we do?
Right. What needs to be done?
And also, faith does not start or stop at the church. Faith means you have the faith to make a change, whatever in life. So that's faith, making those changes and stepping forward. So a lot of people get that messed up. So.
And I know this is the second heavy episode we gave y'all. Back to back, Jordan.
But I like that. Send me that article because that was really
good.
Yeah,
that was really good. I did see that on Facebook. And it's hard when you're raising a kid in the year 2017, AD. It's an adventure.
It's hard to, like, for me personally, I have a child. For me personally, it's hard because I'm always having these debates with, like, my parents and other people that have raised kids about, like, certain things that they don't agree with. Like, my son has long hair. Oh, you need to cut his hair. Why?
He's so cute.
Because it's just what you gotta do, like, just stuff like that. So, yeah.
He's adorable.
People get caught in
they get caught up in their own.
How things have always been should be the way things should always be. But then they want to cherry pick. You sure how you want things to be how they always been? You know what I mean? I think that was the reason for protests in the first place. Sometimes, like we saw earlier, as a culture we evolve, man, we grow. If we're gonna grow as a culture, that means understanding growing pains, and you gotta release that bullshit.
Right.
Feel me?
And we have to stop with systematic things. Like, just because it worked back then and this is how we always done it, don't mean it's right, okay, or tolerated.
It's always changing.
Right. Evolution says time is running out. Like, you have to keep things evolving. Seal actually said that. That's a lyric from a Seal song.
From the Book of Seal.
The Book of Seal.
One of my favorite singers.
The Book of Seal.
And yeah, and one thing I want to say is, as young people, please encourage young people to read more.
Yeah.
These young people are not reading. Everything should be on Snapchat.
Read a motherfucking book.
Read. You know?
What happened to, like, I know we had summer reading and then summer reading called the fall reading.
Well, a lot of these charter schools don't have libraries in their schools, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's definitely true.
So, you know, just reading is so important in that. But you know what? I mean, it's just always we got to stop perpetuating toxic systems and also recognize, understand what we need to work on, understand the flaws that our parents have that they passed on to us, and how can we work on it.
It amazes me that one day I'm going to be a matriarch. Like, I'm going to be leading a generation of people one day.
And I'm going to be cursing like a motherfucker
And
around them.
Uncle
Nigga be like,
Max
damn.
gonna be cussing.
This
Like,
mother,
it
damn.
amazes me.
Fuckity fuck, bitch, shit, dog. It might be my kid's first fucking word.
Fuck.
Fuckity fuck. Things gonna be cool.
So that's when Oshun's gonna come.
Oshun just gave me the most heaviest motherly look.
Baby out, like symbol.
Say, come with me,
Come with me.
I will save you.
We back on. Is there no music?
Oh, okay.
Oh, it spooked me. It got
I know,
quiet.
don't do that. But we just sitting around having heavy talk.
Yeah.
So.
Y'all talking heavy?
Yeah.
Heavy.
But it's crazy. I mean, but that, I'm serious. Y'all ever think about this shit? Like, one day we gonna be old
I try
people.
not to think about that.
Like, one day we gonna be the ones that be like, we made a difference in the world. Like, we did shit.
See, you have this affinity and you love old people and shit. I be spooked out about being an old person. I want to take in every precious moment right now that I can, like,
Of the non-wrinkled age.
and I can just.
And I think it's
fuck,
another reason why, because nobody in my family, like, they live till at least 90.
You go with the food we eat, and I don't know about that.
I know, like the GMOs. I don't know. I don't know. Right. Like, I get bucked up when people, you know, people be like, I'm going to be, Thanksgiving's going to be at my house one day. Well, it's at my house.
If I don't become old, I'll be fine.
Well, we know that.
I'm a dad, but...
How about the alternative?
I'm like, I don't, the way I feel now, like, if I don't make it to become an old man, I'm alright.
That's what we're going to play at your funeral.
I was just about to say.
Morbid much.
You got to live your life, man. Some people don't make it out of their teen years, you know?
Correct.
You got to live your life.
I tell people all the time,
Say that at my funeral.
I always thought that I would never live past 25, and I don't know why I had this in my mind, but I was reckless young. That's why I'm old now, because when I was young, listen, my memoirs, Life of a Geisha. No, I'm joking.
I just want to be Cardi B's 2017. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
That shit has been beast.
Who is this?
I don't know, but they are blowing.
Yeah, well, I don't know who this is, but...
You guys, they finally played my song on the radio.
We're going to find out who this is. Somebody's song good.
Somebody. It's my single. It's called Kim Michelle Meets Keisha Cole.
Do you have fish plates?
No. Right. What happened to my thing?
Right here.
This show must take a lot out you because everybody doesn't plan on partying on Halloween weekend. All of us plan on going Netflix and chilling.
Yeah, Praise and Worship on Sunday. We got the movie premiere on
Next week.
Monday.
Yep.
Also, speed dating. If you're single, that's happening at 14 Paris on Monday. Tuesday, Halloween. I'm going to just be a heathen and go to Langham Beach. Ain't no party. Ain't no party, but work. Work. Whose song is this, though? This is
Somebody who God gave them the glory. I was like this.
Somebody's voice is anointed.
This better not be that girl from the new girl from the jazz market that be blowing.
Jada? I bet you this is Janae McGee. I was gonna make a guess.
Is she vocal?
Janae McGee, I'm gonna guess it's Janae McGee.
I think it's Oshun. And if you heard me sing in real life.
Janae McGee, her song she submitted is called Desire. Janae McGee, Desire. Yeah, that's a good one, Janae.
She blowing. And I have an ear, baby. Yeah.
Sometimes he has two.
Two. When this one, I got allergies, you know, the drainage. But I always got one good one. She giving me 90s R&B.
Which one? Whichever you want to do.
I'm cool.
Come on, make it safe for the
D. Rosario said, "What's going on, Durham?" Durham.
Come on.
I'm tired.
I ain't been sleeping good.
You better sage your house. Actually, you do.
I did it today.
You did?
That's crazy.
It's the Halloween. My energy is up. Y'all, because I've been reading people all day in a good way.
You said you've been reading people all day?
Like the energy.
Oh.
Like, yeah, this is a very energy-filled period. Like, people don't know what Halloween is actually serious.
I've heard.
That's why All Saints Day coming my favorite holiday.
All right, Janae. She was all her range on this song.
How that happen?
5. 4.
Okay.
She blowing.
Yeah, she blowing.
Whoa, he did that. He did that.
Welcome back to the Misbelief radio show on WBOK 8 and 1230. I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio. Who's this to my right?
Hi, everybody. It's Oshun.
And right next to you?
This is Malik of Nola Tours.
And to my left?
That actor guy, Martin Batts Bradford.
And to your left?
The real J still.
Who that is in the booth? Mastermind, and shout out to Bryan. Bryan, our producer, the beautiful Bryan, holding on to the Facebook Live camera. Mastermind, what song was that you were just playing? By Janae McGee? She was blowing on that one, huh? All right, Janae, I know her from the Jazz Market, man. She put in that work on that song. That's a good one. I like that. It gave us the 90s R&B. Yeah. So this is the last little stretch here on this episode of the Misbelief Radio Show. This segment, That Neck, I like to let our rebel, that actor guy Martin Batts Bradford, go unbridled and punish somebody for their dalliances. Batts, who you giving that neck to this week?
All right, man. As the doctor of neckonomics, you know, the mister of nectomonies, I'm feeling kind of drained, man. So much been going on in the news, bruh. I feel like the NFL probably gonna be on my Trump list of people that I might as well even stop talking about. Yeah. You feel me? Because, you know what I mean, Dallas Cowboys fired a player for raising his fist during the national anthem. Another cat, the Texans owner said, oh man, the inmates gonna start running the prison and talking about, you know, his little good boys on his football field. And it is a trip, I saw this meme, and it's a trip that in 2017, we talking about white owners telling black people what to do on the field. Like, that's a mental trip. And, you know, I'm just going on every time I look around, it's like, dang, NFL, y'all just racist. So, you know, I had to put my attention someplace else this time, because it's almost my neck can't even twitch anymore at the NFL. It's just going to be one of those things that we just know, y'all racist, y'all run by racists, and hopefully y'all can get it together. But something that's truly troubled me, man, and it's going down in Saudi Arabia, you feel me? Now, like, a lot of people don't understand that, don't know this about me, but I got a weird fear of electronics.
No, really.
I feel like at some point they're going to turn on us and I might get murdered by a toaster. And I'm not playing here, dog. If you watch stuff like iRobot, Terminator, even this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had this whole thing about what if the robots turn on you. When I was watching that movie, Her, I was like, man, that robot entity thing that you falling in love with, dog, she gonna eat you, dog. She gonna pull you into the vortex and you gonna die. Your toaster's gonna kill you. Your phone gonna kill you. Man, these electronics, if you give them sentience, they will turn on us. Have you ever seen a movie, ever in life, where the robot
I got some brain power and some willpower, and they did not turn on the humans for the stuff we do to them. We throw away an iPhone just because it got a couple of months old, but it still do the same thing it's always been doing. We'll throw away a TV that still work. You think that TV ain't got evil thoughts? Then you thinking I'm crazy and you looking at me, but then we look at Saudi Arabia, which is the first country to grant citizenship to a robot named Sophia. And Sophia has enough indication in her brain to say, I'm very honored and proud of this unique distinction. This is historical to be the first robot in the world to be recognized with a citizenship. She know she getting citizenship. She even sat at the event and answered questions to people. And when people was like, man, like, hey, you know, this might be a little dangerous, like letting you be cool. She go home. She rationalizes and says, you've been reading too much Elon Musk and watching too many Hollywood movies. Don't worry. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Treat me as a smart input-output system. Now hold up. When we gonna let a robot be able to like ha 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 and be like, nah, you watching movies. I ain't about to turn on y'all. Shoot, you know I want to say something else. No, dog. And then in March 2016, Sophia's creator at a demonstration at South by Southwest Festival, bruh, asked the question to Sophia, do you want to destroy humans? Please say no. With a blank expression, Sophia responded, okay, I will destroy humans. No! No, no, the robot told you it's about their life, and what did you do decide a few years later to make it smarter? To make it smarter, to give it citizenship, to make it like, dude, you gonna let your toaster be mayor? Or you gonna let your iPhone be president? At the end of the day, they gonna kill us in Saudi Arabia for being the first dumb nuts to decide to let robots get the first aim to get at us. You get the neck, and I ain't trying to go over there for many reasons, but especially that one. Stay away from the robots, watch your toasters.
Man, you give neck to the whole country of Saudi Arabia?
The entire country of Saudi Arabia, because they let that slide. If you watch the movies, they tell you what's gonna happen.
He did it to her nature.
Malik face.
You know they got a new Terminator coming out, right?
Yeah.
The Signs. Watch them.
Okay.
The Signs.
I was actually intrigued when I heard about this. I myself, you know, I've been in the Halloween spirit. I want something unexpected to happen to me. I'm down for
A toaster killing you will be very unexpected, DC.
I'd have an amazing Halloween adventure. The toaster came to life, and we had to go hand to hand, man to man.
And some of the first, those sex bots that they're making, some of the first sex bots that they said they can be programmed to kill people. Why does that? This is real out here, y'all.
Like
these robots is gonna come for us, yo.
I feel like I'm all right. I'm not worried.
I think DC is into this.
I know.
I'm trying to get me one.
And how much your sex box is?
Yeah. I thought every robot was a sex bot. So I'm just trying to get me one. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Never using your iPhone.
That was the next one. Please don't use my iPhone. So that was that neck. I love that segment. We wake it up and we bring it back down, and we let our Sankofa birds have the last word. The Sankofa session is where we take a look back and meditate on something that came before us, an older time, place, person, idea. Let's look back at it.
Okay, you guys. This week, as you all know, we lost a couple of great ones.
Yeah.
So we had no choice but to give the Sankofa to Mr. Antoine Dominique Fats Domino Jr.
So Fats Domino was an American pianist, singer, songwriter of Louisiana descent. He's one of the pioneers of rock and roll music. Domino was very, very humble and shy. So a lot of people have overshadowed his accomplishments because he wasn't the whole, I'm the big guy. He was just very down to earth with his approach.
During his career, Domino sold more than 65 million records. He had 35 records in the U.S. Billboard Top 40. And 5 of his pre-1955 recordings sold more than 1 million copies, being certified gold. Between 1955 and 1960, he had 11 top 10 hits. His musical style was based on traditional rhythm and blues, accompanied by saxophones, bass, piano, electric guitar, and drums.
So Domino was signed to the Imperial Records, and he paired with producer David Bartholomew, and he wrote this song called The Fat Man, which talks about drug addicts and drug abuse. They later changed the song to a song called Junkies Blues, and this song is considered to be the first real hit rock and roll song. So this is actually considered the first American rock and roll song, which it sold millions.
Mr. Domino was also quoted as saying that how did he feel? The interviewer asked him in like 1958, how did he feel about inventing rock and roll? He said rock and roll, he didn't know what that was. He just been playing rhythm and blues for 15 years, and y'all done came and gave it another name.
Real.
So he was, and Elvis Presley was also quoted by saying Fats Domino was one of his biggest inspirations.
So such songs like Ain't That a Shame, Carry On Rockin', and one of our favorites, I Get My Thrill on Blueberry Hill. I'm trying to look for that hill to get my thrill. These were songs that just changed America. Elvis Presley loved Fats Domino. He considered him his hero.
So, Mr. Fats Domino, we want to say thank you for your contribution to music, your contribution to New Orleans. Thank you for always being a night walk stunner. We love you. You took New Orleans everywhere you go, and we couldn't think of anybody more deserving of our honor and tribute.
He stayed for Hurricane Katrina, so he a real night walk soldier, you know what I'm saying? So,
Shout out to Fats Domino. Power, y'all. Look back at it. That was our same corporate session. Shout out to Fats Domino. This has been episode 34 of the Misbelief Radio Show on WBOK. Who are my co-hosts this week?
Hi, everybody. It's Oshun.
Malik.
Mr. Bats.
Jay Still.
Shout out to India Mac, Kalana Celeste, Bryan Eaglin, and all of our millions and millions of listeners, watchers, and supporters.
What up, Madani the astronaut?
Madani, yeah, India Mac,
Alpha Joe.
shout out to all of our Alpha Joe, all of our good friends, Raheem, you know, Sydney. Shout out to y'all. Check us out. I forgot to give everybody's social media. We're gonna do it to the Facebook Live, but follow us all around and on social networks, yo. WhoisDCPaul.com and The Misbelief on iTunes and everywhere else. Take us out with our Mastermind. This has been the Misbelief Radio Show, y'all. Don't get too much on you. Just get a little bit on you. Just a little bit on you.
Hopping you drum on fence.
Oh, that's taking the Vegas.
You know, down by the river where the green grass grows.
What grass is that?
Down by the river where the green grass grows. When the sun be burning hot, you got hot.
Gotta be quick, gotta get before you get got. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do tonight. Stood up in a room, liquor and color. Mickey and his vodka. Come on, Kalana.
Okay.
On the radio.
Come on, little Kim.
Yo, thank y'all so much. Thanks for watching Facebook Live, Misbelief Radio Show, man. This is I love doing this every week. It's so fun. Shout out to Bryan, Kalana, and all of my amazing friends to make it happen. We're turning around this way. Love y'all. See y'all next week, same time, same place. But I'm actually going to jam onto this Tank of the Bangers.
Everybody, because I think everybody's...
After the Tank of the Bangers song. The night before. Hi, don't you want to ride? Don't you want to fly? Don't you want to pass out? It's just like... I'm Darren. Okay, time to finish, y'all. See y'all next week.